Good morning. And here's Frankie. Hi, Frankie. Say hi. Sir Franklin is in a mood this morning. He was in a great mood all morning. And then I think he just kind of wore himself out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a really quick French twist. Yes. I got a request to show some hair bun. And gosh, I wish I would have written down who asked me. But this is for you. I did the little bun, but now I'm going to show you a little French twist. Okay, so. And remember, people take things a little more seriously than I do. So I'm sure there's a more sophisticated way to do this. But this is how I do it, and it's how I've done it for years. Sometimes I'm lucky, and it comes out awesome. And sometimes it's kind of like, I try a few times to get it right, and then I just say, screw it. and either leave it up or do something different. So it's another lesson in not taking life too seriously. All right, so you're going to see my flabby arms today, so join me. Okay, am I centered? Can you see me? Okay. I should do this live sometime so that y'all can talk to me. Okay, so see how I'm pulling it over to the side just a little bit? Then I'm going to put my hand under. Pull it to the side. Put my hand under. Just like this. See? So watch. And then I have my little instead of using bobby pins, for fun, and because I'm lazy, I'm going to use these clips. I'm going to put one right here at the top. To hold that little loop. And you can separate them or put them right up next to each other, especially if you have cute clips. And you just put them right, especially the sparkly ones if you're going to a dance. Or whatever. A dinner date and you want to look especially pretty. What do you think of that? And then later, we can kind of fluff it up a little bit. Right? How about that? So I would take my curling iron and just kind of finish it off once I get my makeup on, of course. You don't want to play with your bangs if you have makeup on. But you can kind of get a general idea of where you want to go with it. And pull down just enough hair to soften it up with a curling iron. Ta-da! Okay. Well, I'm going to leave mine back because I'm going to be outside and it is humid. Holy cow. I might leave my hair up though. I think I will. I might put I don't know what this looks like in back, but at least you got the general idea. I think some of the most attractive women, I mean, of course, Audrey Hepburn, in all of her portraits, she's so refined, so beautiful. But I really, as far as like everyday attractiveness that I can relate to, I am more of a Lauren Bacall girl. Just throw it up and see what happens. Yeah. I forgot to put my makeup on, so I'm going to do something I know that spreads well, and then I'm going to mix it with my CeraVe lotion, and oh, that feels so good. Can't believe how I have a routine. I do the same things every morning. I do the same things all day long. I do the same things all evening long. Pretty much. When I was a kid and growing up, my life was so, well, as a child, it was unstable. Incredibly unstable. You didn't know what was going to happen minute to minute sometimes. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, you just never know what was going to happen. I'll share some of those stories with you sometimes. Oh, my gosh. And then when I got to be in my 20s, I thought I was the queen of me. So my life was unstable because I was on the move. I wanted to experience everything, go everywhere. Screw boring people. Oh my God. And then when I got into my late 20s, early 30s, I started waking up. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And that's when I started working super hard to catch up. And then when I got to, oh, gosh. Oh, that lotion and that particular makeup didn't mix very well. Unless what I'm finding is a bunch of dead skin. Didn't know I had that much dead skin. What the heck? What is this? I don't know. But anyway, then I was so immersed in catching up. Oh, yeah. Worked my butt off. Made some money. Got more serious about marketing my business and becoming the best in my field. And then in my, let's see, I'll be 62 this year, I believe. So I guess it was about 5 years ago-ish, I started refocusing on what am I doing that's going to help me have a good death? Because I was so stressed out in a way because of some things that had happened in my life, some decisions I had made. They kind of threw me off track again. So once again, I started exploring my attachment style issues, figuring out whose responsibility and whose, I mean, I caught myself, which I hadn't done in a long time, pointing my finger outward. And I know that when I'm doing that, I'm almost always wrong. I mean, sometimes people will fool you. Narcissists are good. Yes, they are. They're good. They get better with age, too, usually. As far as... I don't know if this stuff does any real good throughout the day. I just know it kind of feels good putting it on. It is not very thick, so... I want to put another layer on because of something. Because being out in the sun with these age spots, you never know when they're going to turn into something you'll have to see a doctor about. Which would be a shame. I really try not to invite that kind of energy in. Oh, but anyway, so what I was talking about is the reason I don't big deal certain things as much as I did when I was younger, taking everything so seriously, is because, interestingly enough, a lot of things I was doing was the same patterns. The only pattern I hadn't really worked on was, how can I say this? Because I'm still exploring it. I had a epiphany this morning that I had been doing the right things to help with my recovery. I feel like I've been in recovery from trauma since I was a child. I've been trying to take care of myself. But there's a point where I guess I realized, like I said a few years ago, that I was really struggling with a couple things time and time again. Not every day, not every week or month, but every few years or by the end of a relationship, I would recognize that, something's wrong with my decision-making process. I'm going to show you this lipstick from Wet n Wild. It's like $2 maybe. I'm not getting, I don't know what color this is, 429. But anyway, I can't read the bottom. But if you pick out a color, and I'm not really good with colors, and I'll admit that. But for everyday use, like a chapstick, this feels pretty good. This feels... Look at that cute little lip on it. Isn't it cute? It'll do. It'll do in a pinch. But anyway, this is my new chapstick for quick and easy. Put on a little blush. Okay, so that's why I decided to not big deal things so much. To really focus on being okay with sometimes being a hot mess. It's really none of anybody's business anyway. It's certainly where's that hair? Oh, it belongs over there. Okay. Okay, so I'm spraying my eyebrow. This eyebrow is Palladio. And I'm using the brow powder like this. So I get my brush wet. I saw this done on a long time ago, and sometimes I just get lazy. But if you have trouble doing your brows, just brush down the hair and then connect the top part, because you don't want to look fake, so don't overdraw, but go to the top part of your hair right there, right? And then the top part of this hair, and draw a straight line. And then I kind of try to get it somewhere in the ballpark of my lip, corner eye, and the corner of my eyebrow. So I'll bring it to here. Just a little bit. Now you have to figure this out through experimentation. But if your eyebrow stops here and here, I mean, you have to kind of, like my eyebrows are really thin right in there. And really thin here. So I have to decide how much fake attempt at my eyebrows am I willing for other people to see. And fake lips, right, to overdraw. Just have to kind of figure out what you're willing to sacrifice. I'm not willing to sacrifice looking like a clown, in my opinion, because my skin is so white that when I overdraw, it's really noticeable. And that's why I really try to stick to, I mean, to me, it just makes sense to stick to more natural colors. And, just enjoy what I have instead of trying to over-create what I don't have. Now this, if I'm being completely honest, makes me feel so good about my eyebrows. When I do the color underneath on my skin, and then I go through and do the hair as well, because then it really looks, I think, even more real. This is NYX eyebrow mascara. I used to use Maybelline just mascara, much more affordable than buying eyebrow mascara normally. But this was affordable, and it was the right color. It was the right color. Okay, so now that I have my brows done, what I do is I go over it with a little powder. Yeah. And if there's any clumps, go through it and get them off of there. No biggie. No biggie. One of the things too that I think I've told you is that I use old bottles and put lavender essence and water, and then sometimes I just spray my brush drawers, my makeup drawers, because it has a, oh god, it smells so good, natural antiseptic kind of thing. So now I'm using my black eyeshadow palette. Well, it has that almost black, purple, green, blue, navy blue, whatever. Do my eyelashes, or my eyeliner. We've been having a lot of people coming to the door lately. Haven't we, Frankie? Getting ready to put a sign out on the yard. Danger. Do not enter. Beware of dogs. Make it that house in the neighborhood. That'd be funny. Because I've worked so hard on the yard that I just want to enjoy it for a few days. And I'm creating some privacy next from the street to the backyard. Excuse me. I had some really superb bushes that were about 7 feet tall, thick and plush, but this last winter just destroyed them. So now they're nubs. We'll see what they do. So that was disappointing. That was disappointing. Okay, so back to, the difference between being a basket case and just being someone who's trying to make it the best they can with what they have. Right? That it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. What matters is, how are you feeling? It doesn't have to be gauged by some self-help book. It doesn't. And if you have a therapist who's trying to talk you into doing something you're not ready for, let them know that and see if they can kind of change their direction a little bit and be more supportive to you in the situation that you're actually in. I never try to get someone to leave a relationship unless they tell me I need help leaving this relationship. I usually say, I can give you the facts about the dynamics of this relationship you're in, but I'm not going to insult you by trying to encourage you to leave a situation that you don't want to leave. So I want you to know I respect your decision. You have your reasons for being in a relationship that might not look good on paper or look good to your family members or your best friends. What do you think? Frankie, what do you think of my hair? Frankie, what do you think of my hair? Sometimes he acts like he's dead. Look at this. Story of my life. He is a man. He's a little man. He's a little man. Okay, what am I missing? Mascara. I am missing mascara. I'm going to take my little Sir Franklin for a walk. So I must have mascara. What are you going to do today? Well, I hope it's recognizing that you've been on an amazing journey your whole life. You didn't have to do it, quote unquote, right. You just had to live. That was your only job. Unless, really, you're the boss of you. And now that you're done beating yourself up or being mad at others, share this beautiful wisdom that you have by writing it down or volunteering or simply taking advantage of your hard-won wisdom by living your best life. Right? That's what I'm doing. It's like, you know what? I have struggled and fought and went through so many heartbreaks to be where I'm at right now. I'm not giving it up. One of these days, when I have enough gumption. I'm going to show you around my yard some of the projects I've been working on. I think I made that threat before, but it's true. It's just that I need more time than what I usually have. Yeah, that lip color is like, this is like a chapstick I can take with me pretty easy. My homemade chapsticks, which I love because I put a little one in this little container. I put a drop of peppermint oil in it. And they really are about the same. But I'm not so great at carrying something like this with me out in public because of germs. I'm not afraid of germs, but I wash my hands a lot at home. Not too much. I don't think I have a problem with being a germaphobe. I wash my hands and no problem. But I think it's just a little more sophisticated to use a tube instead of a little homemade pot, which I don't know. Haven't given it much thought till now. Well, yes, I have. I always try to use one of my better lipsticks when I'm out at an event. Matter of fact, I have one stashed so that I always have one with a nice tip, so that I look a little more classy than I really am. Oh, and guess what? I guess I'm going to have to order a few of these. But I finally found one of my favorite colors. You know how I'm always looking for mauve and I'm always seeing peach? Well, this is on the mauve 445. Where's my MAC mauve? Okay. Here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Here's what I think of as mauve. And here's what MAC thinks of as mauve. See the difference? Okay, maybe on the camera this looks more brown, but it's not. And this looks more peach. Okay, y'all think I'm probably crazy about all this color thing. But, you know, opinions about color are... they can drive a hairdresser crazy. But I'm going to put a little of this on and see what you think. See what you think. See what I think. Putting it on top of that kind of pinkish color. Lip gloss, I guess I should have just... What do you think of that color? I'm telling you what, I want your feedback on this lip color because it has been my favorite for years and I couldn't find it. There's only a couple lipsticks in my whole life. And I know colors change and acidity, alkalinity changes. But I have loved this lipstick for a long time and I could not find it. And it accidentally popped back up on Amazon. So I bought one to make sure it was the real deal. And now I think I'm going to have to buy a couple more. See that color? Yeah, my inside lip probably does match that MAC better now that I see it. But I don't care. I love this color. All right, y'all. I love you. Hope you had fun doing the French twist. I'll have to watch the video to see how it really looks in back. I hope it looks okay. But anyway. Oh, and here's a fancy little lunchbox tray that I had. It had the little lid on it that snapped on the sides. And I think this actually went in a container that the top could snap on, and you could stack up several of them. Anyway, I took this part out, and I have some of my hair stuff separated in there. I keep ice cube trays in my jewelry drawer to separate earrings and rings, things like that. I love containers. I'm always use and reuse or recycle kind of gal. But I can reuse a lot. All right, I gotta go. Have a lovely day. Mwah! See you next time.